real estate agents out in the market, first off, it's very important on where you are, right? So when they're identifying some information from somebody taking this, it's got to be location based. So there's got to be a geographic question in there to understand where they're at before they even go into anything else. If they're outside their limits, they don't qualify. They can't do business with them. So they wouldn't want to target anybody in that specific location outside of what they can cover, right? But so in one instance, there might be, they're looking for buyers, right? So there could be segments on taking somebody through their survey or their quiz and identifying what their price range is, because they want to talk to people that are, okay, let's say segment number one is people that budget is from 0 to 500,000. Okay. And you want to do ranges so that you can cover a certain range rather than just trying to like guess on which one they are. But so 0 to 500,000 is what you've identified as like the type of buyer that you have, right? And it could be based off of the buyer or inventory that you have or inventory in the market, right? So 0 to 500,000. The second segment could be 500,000 to $1 million, right? And then it could be $1 million to $2 million and then $2 million plus. So you have 4 segments right now where you're identifying on the buy side where their range is. What does that do? Well, that allows you now to customize a report on showing them listings within a certain area of where they're looking. Now, in that type of survey, you want to learn a few more things about the consumer to be able to further niche down to what houses they're interested in. Maybe you want to know about what type of house they're interested in. A colonial, a ranch, right? Do they have children? Who are you selling to? If you have children, they're going to want to know about the school system, right? Or the crime within the town. Do they have parks, right? You're trying to identify what's important to them that's going to influence their behavior, what they do, right? The behavioral part of it. So it's what things are going to help them with making a buying decision, right? And that's all around behavioral marketing. So that would be how you do it in the survey. So then you'd have a survey go on the back end. You get them a report showing them some of the houses that are available and letting them know that you'll be in touch with them. Or maybe you give them an ebook, or maybe you take them to a webinar to show them the 10 ways to find your dream house that will work with every buyer in the market to get the best price possible, right? So things like that. Let's say the real estate agent was looking for a seller. Well, in that instance, it's a very different marketing campaign, right? Buyers are easy. There's no commitment. They're just looking for a house. As long as you don't have to sign on exclusively. Typically, you don't sign on with a broker exclusive as you're a buyer, right? But you create a relationship and then it builds from there. But what real estate agents really want is they want to find the sell side, right? Because if they do, then in that case, they can get the listing. And when they have the listing, when they're representing the seller, that is leverage. They have the house. Now they got to go find all these buyers in the market to come and purchase. But they know they're going to get paid on that as long as they can do their job. And sometimes the house sells itself. Maybe you don't even have to be that great of a real estate agent if it's an amazing house. And it also depends on the market, right? Like right now, I live in New York. So New York City real estate is on the down. And suburbs, houses are up because people want to get out of the city. Houses are going like this, bam, right? What's happened? What's changed? Well, with COVID, now people are working remote. So now people don't have to commute. So now they can work at home. So now that 1.5 hour train ride that they took every day there and back doesn't have to happen anymore. They're working out of their home. So now it's like, wait a second. Well, I want to get a nicer house. I need a spot to hang out at, right? It changes the whole dynamic, right? But so if you were doing it with a sell side, you would go out to the market in a different way. So maybe you would segment them by the time of when they want to sell. And you'd want to focus on the hook of what do sellers want, right? They want to sell their house for the highest price possible in the shortest amount of time, right? No greater feeling than listing your house and 24 hours later you sold it. rather than listing your house and it's sitting on the market for 6 to 9 months. And now you're like starting to doubt yourself and lower the price, right? People want to just get the highest price. They want people bidding to get the highest price in the shortest amount of time, right? So you would focus on something with a hook where it's all around that concept, right? And you can segment them by one thing would be, what's the timing of when you want to sell your home? 0 to 3 months, 3 to 6 months, 6 months to a year, or a year plus, right? You're going to communicate with those people very differently, right? The 0 to 3, those are hot leads, right? They're ready to pull the trigger. People 3 to 6, their mental capacity is, I'm thinking about it. Like I'm almost ready, but I'm just not there yet. Well, someone that's persuasive enough might be able to convince them to list it because the timing's right and they want to get the highest value for the house. They wait, maybe they miss out, right? People have FOMO all day long, right? So that's the kind of stuff that you'd be doing, right? A ton of different local businesses can use this, right? Dentists, chiropractors, you name it. I promise you, this can work for your business.